For more than 6 decades, Jane Fonda stood as one of Hollywood's most fearless and complex women, an actress, activist, and icon whose life was as dramatic off-screen as it was on. From her legendary film career to her bold political stances, Jane always lived life her way. But now, as news spreads of what she's chosen to leave behind, her family finds themselves in tears, not just because of her wealth, but because of the message hidden within it. Born into Hollywood royalty, Jane Fonda was never a stranger to the spotlight. Her father, Henry Fonda, was one of the most respected actors of his time, yet their relationship was distant and often painful. Jane once admitted that growing up, she always felt like she had to earn his love, a feeling that would haunt her for decades. "I thought if I was perfect, he'd notice me," she confessed. "But I was never enough." That longing shaped her into a relentless perfectionist in her craft, her activism, and even her relationships. From her early films like Barbarella to her Oscar-winning performances in Clute and Coming Home, Jane Fonda became more than an actress. She became a symbol of strength and rebellion. But while the world saw a confident, outspoken woman, behind closed doors, she was often struggling to find peace. Her 3 marriages, to French director Roger Vadim, activist Tom Hayden, and media mogul Ted Turner, each revealed a different side of her. Yet none of them gave her what she truly wanted: unconditional love. "I kept trying to be what they needed," she once said. "I didn't realize I was disappearing in the process." By the time she reached her later years, Jane Fonda began to transform once again, this time not for anyone else, but for herself. She stepped away from trying to please others and focused instead on healing. She spoke about forgiveness, not just for those who hurt her, but for herself. "I spent too many years trying to be perfect," she said softly. "Now, I just want to be real." And it's that sense of truth that shaped the emotional note she left behind for her family. Along with her vast fortune, valued at hundreds of millions, she left a heartfelt letter. In it, Jane Fonda wrote not about fame or success, but about the importance of understanding, compassion, and legacy. "Money comes and goes," she wrote. "But love, integrity, and courage, those are the only riches that matter." Her family reportedly wept as they read it. It wasn't the inheritance that moved them, but the depth of her words, a final act of vulnerability from a woman who had always seemed so strong. She spent her whole life fighting battles, one close friend shared, but in the end, she just wanted peace. Even in her last public appearances, Jane Fonda continued to inspire. She spoke passionately about climate change, equality, and the importance of leaving behind a better world. "I've made mistakes," she admitted, "but if I can use my life to make a difference, then I've done something right." Now, her loved ones remember not just the Hollywood legend, but the woman behind the fame, a daughter who longed for her father's approval, a mother who carried guilt, and a fighter who refused to give up. Her passing left a void that can't be filled with fortune, only with the lessons she left behind. And so, when her family gathered to read her words and reflect on her life, there were tears, not of sadness alone, but of gratitude. Because Jane Fonda had finally found the peace she spent a lifetime chasing, and in doing so, she gave her family the greatest gift of all, the reminder that love will always outlast fame.